But today, I am actually more than satisfied with what Attorney Vinluan did. Kasi talagang pak, personal knowledge, wala kang personal knowledge, yung coverage na iyong testimony, napakaliit lang. Pagkatapos, yung credibility mo para dun sa maliit na space na pwede kang mag-testify is also not enough for you to be in the witness stand. You are not even invited to come here. You just assume that you are going to be a witness because of the verbal invitation that was given to you by the prosecution. 'Di ba? You just assume that you are actually that you are actually important here, 'di ba? And also pinakita ni hinubaran talaga ni nilabahan talaga ng bonggang-bongga ni Attorney Vinluan si Matibag yung fact that Matibag has some has had some harsh words against VP Sara nung time na hindi pa siya NBI director. Tinatawag niyang bratinela, tinatawag niyang spare tire na flat, 'di ba? Yung talagang grabe yung pandadaot niya kay Inday Sara. So ibig sabihin, sobrang harsh talaga at sobrang galit talaga itong si Melvin Matibag kay Inday Sara nung wala pa siyang government position. At pagkatapos nagkaroon siya ng government position, itong si Matibag, sobrang kapal ng mukha na, tangina mo ka, meron ka ng 3 opinion na sobrang baboy kay Inday Sara. Pagkatapos, hindi ka man lang mag-i-inhibit para dito sa bagay na to. Na, pwede bang hindi ako mag-ano dito kasi I already said some harsh opinion against the Vice President and it might look that I am targeting the Vice President. Matibag doesn't have any ethical bone in his body. Na kahit alam niya na meron na siyang maraming nasabi against VP Sara, gagamitin niya ang posisyon niya bilang NBI director, mag-iimbestiga, mag-a-approve ng investigation, magre-recommend ng bonggang-bongga sa DOJ laban kay Vice President Inday Sara sa isang political process. Gano'ng kakapal ang mukha mo, Matibag? Talagang hindi uso yung hindi uso yung hiya sa'yo.
I love how swabing-swabe kung papaano dalhin sa bitag ni Vinluan si Matibag. And hindi nakaporma si Jervil.
Kasi sobrang confident nung witness niya sumagot kahit detrimental na dun sa cost ng prosecution.
Oo. So, kasi yung si Matibag kasi ay pareho sila ng ugali ni Jervil. Pareho sila ng tapas ni Jervil. Pag hawak nila yung control, confident sila. Magpa-perform sila ng bonggang-bongga. Pero pag wala lang sa kanila yung control, di mo makikita na hindi nila kaya. They cannot live life if they are not in control of the situation. Nagsisumisemple lang sila. Si Jervil nga eh. Like, for example, yung final question ni Jervil kay Matibag. Sabi ni, nakakaloka nun, yung defense, gumaganyan na lang yung defense mo, parang, nag-object tapos parang hindi niya na pinilit. So si Cheese, siya na yung nagsabi na that's a conclusion of law, ganyan. Please rephrase. Si Jervy, because of that, I don't have any more questions. No more questions, Your Honor. Bakla pinapa-rephrase ka, hindi ka pinapatapos.
Nag-give up na lang siya sa life.
Nag-give up? Sabi ko, ha? Binigyan ka na nga ni Cheesy. If a lawyer who was told, if you're a lawyer and you were told to rephrase your question, baka you will take it. Pero siya, ano more questions? Ganun ba? Parang ganun yung attitude niya. Rephrase ba? Wala na. Dead man na. Parang ganyan. Hindi na kinaya ng utak ni Jervil na mag-isip ng question.
I just remember yung sinabi ni Sas kanina na yung trial ni Justice Corona has he had really good lawyers on his side. Grabe si Justice Corona noon, yung kanyang defense team noon. Magagaling rin talaga. Isa sa mga lawyer niya noon was Serafin Cuevas, retired Justice Serafin Cuevas. And his defense team was the best and the brightest. Pero ayun nga, they weren't able to rally much of political support kasi they trust that the impeachment court is going to function as a court. And it is not an ordinary court. It is a political court. So therefore, there has to be a huge consideration on how you're going to lawyer for a political environment. How you're going to lawyer in a political environment. And parang nag-rely kasi yung mga lawyers nila dun sa process na parang ay hindi, magkakaintindihan tayo sa batas-batas. Ganon. Well, yung mga abogado, magkakaintindihan sila sa batas-batas. Pero at the same time, you're not just fighting it out using the rule of law. You are fighting it out also in the public opinion. Mahabang mahaba pa tong itong impeachment trial na ito. So if there would be any injustice, it has to they need to they need to emphasize yung mga bagay na na magpapatumba doon sa argumento ng kalaban in such a way na talagang no mercy dapat. Kung nakakahiya, dapat nakakahiya talaga ng bonggang-bongga kung alam mo yan, yung mga delivery na talagang yung mga delivery na talagang makakapagpatayo sa upuan ng Pilipinong nanonood. Ayun. But I would say that today, siguro baka yung baka nga yung mga tipong managalog sana para mas maintindihan ng nakararami, yung mga ganong atake, mga ganong pagpapaliwanag, yung mga punto na mas may showmanship. Yeah, probably they can improve on that area more. But today, I am actually more than satisfied with what Attorney Vinluan did. Kasi talagang pak. Personal knowledge, wala kang personal knowledge, yung coverage na iyong testimony, napakaliit lang. Pagkatapos, yung credibility mo para dun sa maliit na space na pwede kang mag-testify is also not enough for you to be in the witness stand. You are not even invited to come here. You just assume that you are going to be a witness because of the verbal invitation that was given to you by the prosecution. Diba? You just assume that you are actually, that you are actually important here. 'Di ba? And also pinakita ni hinubaran talaga nilabahan talaga ng bonggang-bongga ni Attorney Vinluan si Matibag. And I think sa part na ito siguro yung dapat na dineliver in Tagalog para mas naintindihan ng mas nakararami. Yung fact that Matibag has some has had some harsh words against VP Sara nung time na hindi pa siya NBI director. Tinatawag niyang bratinela, tinatawag niyang spare tire na flat, 'di ba? Yung talagang grabe yung pandadaot niya kay Inday Sara. So ibig sabihin, sobrang harsh talaga at sobrang galit talaga itong si Melvin Matibag kay Inday Sara nung wala pa siyang government position. At pagkatapos nagkaroon siya ng government position, itong si Matibag, sobrang kapal ng mukha na, tangina mo ka, meron ka ng 3 opinion na sobrang baboy kay Inday Sara. Pagkatapos, hindi ka man lang mag-i-inhibit para dito sa bagay na to. Na, pwede bang hindi ako mag-ano dito kasi I already said some harsh opinion against the Vice President and it might look that I am targeting the Vice President. Matibag doesn't have any ethical bone in his body. Na kahit alam niya na meron na siyang maraming nasabi against VP Sara, gagamitin niya ang posisyon niya bilang NBI director, mag-iimbestiga, mag-a-approve ng investigation, magre-recommend ng bonggang-bongga sa DOJ laban kay Vice President Inday Sara sa isang political process. Gano'n kakapal ang mukha mo matibag? Talagang hindi uso yung hindi uso yung hiya sa'yo. So, I think maganda yung demonstration ni Attorney Vinluan dun sa part na yon. It could have been explained siguro kung tinagalog yun ni Attorney Vinluan, mas malaki yung impact eh. Ganon. Kung tinagalog niya yung part na yon. Pero it was an icing on the cake. And na-strip talaga ng credibility si Matibag today, and he is really of no use. Tomorrow, they're going to talk about the affidavit, the unsigned affidavit that was offered as exhibits by Beatrix by Jervy Luistro. Kasi maling-mali talaga yun eh. So anyway, magdi-discuss pa raw sila bukas. Ayun. Anything else that stand out for you, Sas, for today's trial?
Ang mga nag-stand out sa akin is I love how swabing-swabe kung papaano dalhin sa bitag ni Vinluan si Matibag.
Mm-mm.
And hindi nakaporma si Jervil.
Mm-mm. Kasi sobrang confident nung witness niya sumagot kahit detrimental na dun sa cost ng prosecution.
Oo. So, kasi yung si Matibag kasi ay pareho sila ng ugali ni Jervil. Pareho sila ng tapas ni Jervil. Pag hawak nila yung control, confident sila. Magpa-perform sila ng bonggang-bongga. Pero pag wala lang sa kanila yung control, di mo makikita na hindi nila kaya. They cannot live life if they are not in control of the situation. Nakita nyo ba? Nagsisumisemplang sila. Si Jervil nga eh. Like, for example, yung final question ni Jervil kay Matibag. Sabi ni, nakakaloka nun, yung defense, gumaganyan na lang yung defense mo. Parang, nag-object tapos parang hindi niya na pinilit. So si Cheese, siya na yung nagsabi na that's a conclusion of law, ganyan. Please rephrase. Si Jervy, because of that, I don't have any more questions. No more questions, Your Honor. Bakla pinapa-rephrase ka, hindi ka pinapatapos.
Nag-give up na lang siya sa life.
Nag-give up? Sabi ko, ha? Binigyan ka na nga ni Cheesy. You know, if a lawyer who was told, if you're a lawyer and you were told to rephrase your question, baka you will take it. Pero siya, ano more questions? Ganun ba? Parang ganun yung attitude niya. Rephrase ba? Wala na. Dead man na. Parang ganyan. Hindi na kinaya ng utak ni Jervil na mag-isip ng question. Bakla, pinapa-rephrase siya ni Cheese. Hindi naman sinabi sa kanya ni Cheese na tapos na ang iyong hindi niya na siya nakapag-isip, hindi na nakapiga ang kanyang neurons, hindi na nakapiga ng question. So yung pagtatapos, kaya bitin yung pagtatapos ng kanyang direct examination. Kasi yung final question na talagang culmination ng kanyang direct. Ano sa tingin niyo ang batas na nalabag ng finlag ni Cheese?
Finlag ni Cheese, oo. And inobject ka ni tapos
Ni Vinluan.
sinustain sinustain yung objection. So,
Sustain.
no further question, Your Honor. Rephrase? Rephrase, Jerville?
Ngayon si Jerville, hindi na nakapag-isip. Kaya doon mo na makikita ang kalidad ni Jerville.
Yes.
Baka kung magaling kang lawyer, pinarephrase ka, mag-rephrase ka.
Correct.
Kasi hindi niya na alam kung yung tatanong niya. Kasi hindi na siya makapag-isip. Kasi hindi makakapag-process. Hindi parang nakikita ko na yung psychological ni Jerville, no? Jerville is a control freak. If she's not in control of the situation, she cannot function.
She freaks out.
She cannot nag-freak out. Kaya yun lang nangyari kanina. Parang na-rattle si Becky eh. Kaya nga sabi ko, dapat ang kinuha na lang nilang lawyer si Libutan.
At saka alam mo, mahina yung mga objection ni Jerville.
Libutan could have handled that rephrase better than Jerville. Pero si Jerville, na-rattle siya. Gusto mo magpaka-eksena dyan, Jerville. O ayan, nagbuka kang tanga. Sinabi na sa'yo, rephrase mo yan, ang sagot mo, no further questions.
Mas may wit si Libutan kaysa kay Jerville. Malayo.
Kasi si Libutan, na-handle ang client niya, di ba, mga CPP and PANDF. So, kailangan mo talaga nandiyan ng greater creativity in order to lawyer for them. So, mas ma-handle niya yan. Pero si Binluan talaga kanina, is swabing-swabe. Sabi ko, tangina si Binluan, no? Talagang, nasa-surprise na si Binluan. Ay, talagang inamin niya. Ay, on record. Gagawin siya, di ba? On record. So, parang siya na-amaze. Tapos yung
thank you for the admission.
Tapos yung nakaloka pa, yung si Matibag din kasi, katulad ni Jerville, pag binigyan mo ng mic, bakla magsasalita sila ng bonggang-bongga kahit mali na. Si Binluan, habang nagsasalita si Matibag, na ay, tangina, pinapahamak yun yung sarili niya. Nakaganyan na kanina si Binluan. Parang,
okay. Okay.
Hindi niya napansin na parang pati si Binluan na shock. Na parang, ay, seryoso to?
May magandang comment dito kanina na nawala ko na lang. Yung difference daw kasi ni Lotok at saka ni Matibag. Si Lotok walang pride. So talagang magmumukha siyang tanga-tangahan. Hindi lang siya makapagbigay ng brownie point para sa defense. So talagang magtatanga-tanga siya, magbobobobobohan siya. Hindi siya magbibigay ng brownie point sa defense. Si Matibag, ma-pride siya. So sasagot talaga si Matibag at in the course of pagsagot niya dahil ma-pride siya at kailangan niyang magsalita at feeling niya kailangan niyang depensahan yung sarili niya, hindi niya iniisip yung cause nung prosecution. So mas marami siyang nasasabi na unnecessary. Ganun. Si Lotok kasi si Lotok kasi mindful. Mas mindful si Lotok na kasi hodang magtanga-tangahan ako dito pero hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng brownie point kayo sa defense. Di ko kayo bibigyan ng ng sustansya dyan. But, and I think that's a pretty good observation. Yung dahil sa pride ni kagaya nun yung tinatanong yung nag-notarize ng, yung nag-oath noong mga document, kung sino siya, ganyan-ganyan, na parang, persistent yung defense sa pag-trace, and I think they're trying to to establish something here that they might use when they are going to do their presentation of evidence in chief ng defense. So talagang pinipilit nila na mai-connect kung na kaninong hierarchy nakabilong yung NBI officer na nag-oath noong investigation report. They ask Kalilong about it. They ask the defense asked Kalilong about it, they asked Lotok about it, and they also asked Matibag about it. I do not know yet kung para saan yon, kung ano exactly yung gusto nilang palabasin, but probably it is a preparation for it is a preparation for their presentation of their evidence in chief. Ganon, kapag ka moment na ng defense. So, tingnan natin, and si Matibag, wala siyang kiber-kiber. Yeah, oo, siya nga laging siya nga laging nag-o-oath ng mga, nag-o-oath ng mga documents na kailangan ko, siya talaga. Ganyan. As in, dire-diretso siya. So, parang, okay, di pala kami mahihirapan dito. Ganyan. So, I think yung comment na yun kanina was a pretty good observation of Matibag's pride and ego, which is good for us. Ayan. Yes, Lotok is willing to look dumb just to stick to the script. Matibag is vain, so he trapped himself. Yeah. Guys, still remember na sinabi ni Attorney Topacio na kung ang bobo ang makikinig ka, Jerbil, sabihin mo na matalino siya. Pero kung ikaw ay matalino, sasabihin mong bobo si Jerbil. Sabihin mong bobo si Jerbil. Ayun.
It's true kasi talaga siya, hindi siya makakilos pag she's not under control. Si Jerbil, she's that kind of person. So you now know what to do. With if Jerbil is someone na kaano mo. Yung kay Tulfo, yung tanong ni Tulfo was very on point. Rafi. Tinanong ni Rafi, di ba inaresto kayo yung teacher noon na nag-grave threat? So bakit hindi inaresto to si VP Sara? Ba't hindi inaresto si Mayor Baste? And maybe Rafi is not aware that his question is actually in favor of the defense. And I hope na the defense could pick it up
Capitalize.
And grow it. Yung pagkasabi ni kasi siguro kay VP Sara, maintindihan namin kung bakit di niyo inaresto. Bakit si Baste hindi? Mayor lang naman si Baste. O may grave threat pala, national security, ba't hindi niyo hinuli yung mayor? Bakit hindi niyo pinasupina si Baste? Bakit hindi niyo sinampahan ng kaso si Baste ng grave threat? Mayor lang si Baste. Pwede niyong dakpin. Ba't hindi niyo ginawa? So, I just hope the defense could pick it up from there. Kasi ang dami talagang katanghan din ng mga ibang political judges na alam mo naman talagang gusto nila i-convict si Sara. Tapos yung mga tanong-tanong nila, parang, ay, seryoso, tinanong mo yan? Parang si unang-unang araw, si Risa Ontiveros.
Parang, huy, tanga! Doon ka sa kalaban, bakit pabor sa amin yung question mo?
Nakikita niyo yung mga senator judges na alam mong mag-convict kay Sara. Inescue nila yung prosecutor. Yung mga tanong nila parating sa prosecutor. Parang inaano nila, parang they are leading the prosecutors.
Na i-address niyo tong issue na to.
Oo, i-address nyo tong issue na to kasi importante to. Itong ilalagay namin sa aming speeches pag i-convict namin si Sara, parang gano'n. Gets nyo? So, kasi itong mga kay yung mga alam mong company VP Sara, nagpapaka-neutral pa eh. No, nagpapaka-neutral pa. Pero yun na nga eksena. Yun ang eksena ng buhay at maraming salamat sa mga nagpapadala ngayon ng pangkape. I deeply appreciate.
Yes.
Yung mga nagpapadala sa iyo ngayon, Joey, ng mga pangkape.
Check ko.
Kanina pa tunog ang aking cellphone.
Wow, sana all.
Thank you so much. Iba talaga ang moist.
Iba talaga ang piki mo.
Iba talaga ang pikimon ni Sasper. They're fresh. Maraming gustong magbigay ng pangkape sa fresh na pikimon.
So, yes, thank you sa nagpapa-Gcash Jarn. Maraming salamat.
on point ang tanong ni Raffy Tulfo. I don't know why he was asking it. Okay? Kasi, sabi ko, yeah. So, kung bakit niyo inaresto? Marami naman pala, ba't hindi inaaresto? And, ito lang iano ko sa defense. You need to be politically savvy. Go outside the law. Like, for example, yung sinabi ni Matibag na kinetic force. Pa-explain nyo kay Matibag, ano ibig sabihin niya ng kinetic force? Sinabi niya correlation. Dapat i-ano ninyo na sinisisi mo ba kay VP Sara kung bakit nagagalit ang taong bayan sa administrasyon? That's the time that you have to be political. Kasi sinisisi ni Matibag si Sara kung bakit marami nagagalit ngayon sa administrasyon. That was his point during his statement. So I hope tomorrow, kung nakikinig man ng defense team or kung meron man dito nakakakilala sa defense team or malapit kay VP Sara, tomorrow, please, 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 focus on that. Because Matibag made a serious claim na sinisisi niya si VP Sara kung bakit maraming galit ngayon sa administrasyon. Okay? So, please pick it up later, no? Later, kasi hindi na. No? Thank you.
Correct. Ayun. Teka, may sasabihin ako, nakalimutan ko yung sasabihin ko, buwisit. Ano nga yung ipopoint ko? Limutan ko na. Ay, teka, yun, yung kay Risa Ontiveros. Si Risa Ontiveros, meron rin siyang question. Sabi gano'n ni Risa Ontiveros, parehas ba kasi yung kay Baste Duterte, ang sinethreaten niya ay ang Marcos family. Si Maui Spencer, ang tinatanong niya na Oplan Romanov is threat sa mga Duterte. So ano daw ba? Binigyan naman ng trabaho ni Risa Ontiveros yung NBI. So basically, ang sinasabi ni Risa Ontiveros, sa tanong kasi ni Maui, ni Princess Maui, base sa tanong niya, ang Oplan Romanov, ang uubusin, mga Duterte. And so yung kay Baste, ang sinasabi niya, ang mauubos, yung mga Marcos, kasi ang Oplan Romanov is against the Marcoses. So, ano ba to? Meron ba kayong kineso? Hindi nga nag-investigate yung NBI. 'Di ba? So parang binigyan na naman yung mga tanong ni Risa Ontiveros actually favorable sa defense in proving that the NBI did not do their homework, na hindi sila nagbigay ng hindi sila nag-imbestiga thoroughly. Kasi nga, kung i-connect nyo yung sinabi ni Mayor Baste at yung sinabi ni Maui, kung sa kwento nila, pagsasamahin nila tong dalawa na to, yung kay Maui at saka yung kay Mayor Baste, something is wrong. Kasi si Maui, ang sinasabi ni Maui, yung Oplan Romanov is against the Duterte. Si Mayor Baste, ang sinasabi niya, ang pakiwari nila is that it is a threat against the Marcoses. When in fact, it's not really a threat, no? It is just an enumeration of different instances na kung saan ang dictator ay bumagsak. 'Di ba? Yung kay Mussolini, the Romanovs, and the 1986 EDSA Revolution. Ganon. So ngayon, ang sabi ni Risa, na ano nyo ba to? Ano ba to? Bakit dalawa? Ganon. So nag-investigate. So ngayon, kayo NBI, kailangan investigate nyo yan. Kailangan investigate ninyo yung threat against the Marcoses at saka yung threat against the Dutertes. Kasi yung reply ni VP, yung reply ni VP is based on a question na kung saan yung Oplan Romanov na kung saan kayo na offend ng bonggang-bongga is actually directed to the Dutertes. So what about, how are you going to reconcile that? Diba? Hindi naman kayo nag-investigate nung kay Maui. O pagkatapos, if you think that Mayor Baste's statement is a threat, is part of the violent behavior na gusto nyong patunayan, bakit hindi nyo kinasuhan rin si Mayor Baste ng grave threat? Diba? Sabi ni Agent Kiryu, tungaw din si Princess Maui wala sa hulog. I think kasi ang problema, no, yung pagka sa mga ganyan kasi, yung question kasi ni Maui is yung self gratification, yung ay pagkakataon ko na to para magpasikat kay Inday Sara, kaya sasabihin ko kay Inday Sara, Inday Sara, nagrarally na kami, lumalabas na kami, gusto na namin mag people power, matuwa ka sa amin. Ganun kasi yung eksena niya doon. So without thinking na yung question niya in the course of her being too overzealous na kaluguran ng I don't know, parang ganun kasi yung dating na parang siya yung nagpapasikat na, tingnan mo Inday, magpi-people power na kami without thinking na it's going to be detrimental to Inday.
Well, I think let's not impute bad intention with the question. It was just a question.
Yeah, well,
So,
I don't think yun yung intention niya. It's really more of negligence. Dahil nga sa
pero
gusto
remember
mo
that time was a very,
unintentionally
I don't think Joey, I will disagree with you there. I may not like Maui, but I don't think that is the intention there because that was a very high tension situation. Everyone was worried about the security of Inday Sara. So I think during that time,
oo. Wala namang
pero
problem doon. Wala namang
that's why I
problem
think
doon.
that at that time the question was appropriate given the context of the situation. Let's give generosity to the person, even if you are in that kind of situation as well, that there is high tension and you are worried about the security of Sara, you would ask that as well, na kamusta ang security ninyo, because that was, look at the situation objectively.
Wala naman ako sinasabi na intention niya yung gano'n Ang sinasabi ko, reckless siya. Ang sinasabi ko is, I don't think, I agree, no? In fact, in my past, sinabi ko nga yan na, even if ganun yung ginawa ni Maui, Inday Sara is not a baby not to respond to it. So tingin ko, kumbaga, hindi naman yan yung, kumbaga, parang talagang isinubo talaga ni Maui yung sitwasyon na gano'n kay VP. What I am saying is that, yung question niya na gano'n, in her haste, na parang, alam mo yon na, I agree with you, wala yung intention na ipahamak si Inday Sara, pero kasi reckless siya dun sa question niya, kaya nauwi sa gano'n.
I don't think so. I don't agree with the causal analysis because everyone at the time, everyone was worried about the security of Sara Duterte. So when you are in that kind of situation, what would you ask the vice president? Like, let's be empathetic. What would you ask the vice president during that time when everyone was worried about her security? Wouldn't you ask her, kamusta ang security? You know, I know na ayaw mo si Maui. I may not like Maui as well, pero there are times that we need to look at the situation more objectively. Like, it's not her fault that Inday Sara answered that way. She asked that question because she was really concerned about the security of the vice president. Everyone during that time, remember what happened that time, everyone during that time was really, really, really worried about the vice president. Yung Operation Romanov na yan, it was already circulating during time because nga uubusin lahat ng Duterte, and we saw it that everyone is being inuubos, like nandun yung KOJC, sunod-sunod yun KOJC, Sara, and etc. So let's not impute too much on ano yung kanilang hangad ng mga panahon na yon na nagpapasikat.
Wala naman nag-aano dun sa hangad Wala naman ako sinabing hangad. It's really more of recklessness of the question, and recklessness doesn't require intention.
Yeah, but
It doesn't require intention.
But the question is not reckless at all. Hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is 2020. It's not reckless because it's, how can you be reckless if you are concerned about the security of the vice president? Yun na nga. What would you ask the vice president at the time that everyone is concerned about her security? Seriously. Let's lower our pride. No, I know that you don't like Maui. I may not like Maui as well.
And I think objective naman yung ano ko doon, yung pagkakasabi ko doon na that might not
Why is
be
it
her
reckless?
intention. In
Why is
fact,
it reckless? No, why is it reckless?
kasi I think the question should have been kasi at that time yung height ng emotion rin ni Inday bonggang-bongga na din. Kasi nagkakaano na noon tapos I think before that natanong na yung tungkol doon sa I think it was on the same live na nagsalita si Katrina Verona tungkol dun sa mga banta sa buhay ni VP Sara, which was already addressed.
Katrina Verona, who's that?
Katrina Verona. Nag-ano siya doon meron siyang question kasi prior to that na sinabi niya na VP, hindi lahat nakakaalam, something to that effect, gano'n, yung parang sinabi niya na VP parang hindi yata po lahat nakakaalam na na parang may banta na dun sa buhay ninyo. Something to that effect. Tapos nasagot niya na yon earlier. So parang, ewan ko, parang tingin ko, kasi compounded kasi yung question ni Maui. Yung una, ang entrada niya is, magpi-people power na kami, ganyan-ganyan, ganito na yung ginagawa namin. Pagkatapos, at the same time, sinama niya yung, I mean, it could have been asked na sorry ha, pero kasi ang tingin ko talaga doon, gusto niya talagang i-highlight, hindi talaga yung care yung siguro okay lang yung care na question na ganyan, pero ang gusto niya talagang i-highlight doon yung fact na, madam, magra-rally na kami for you ha. Yun. So yun yung yun yung reckless doon, yung parang nagpabida ka kasi ng bonggang-bongga, inuna mo kasi yung pabida, ganon. Kung tatanungin mo security, ask the security. Kung tatanungin mo, ma'am, nagrarally na kami, anong naiisip nyo dito, ganyan.
Pero yung ano nga nun, na okay, so point taken. Pero ang ano kasi nun is, I don't know why do we need to talk about why Inday said it, or is it a problem na may nagtanong nun or whatever? Would it change the situation?
Actually, it's not. Sabi ko nga yan before, it's not Kasi Inday is not a baby. Diba? Inday is not a baby. Hindi naman yung baby na parang kailangan mag-tiptoe ka parate, ganyan-ganyan.
Exactly.
It's just that on the part of Maui, at that time kasi yung timing, kumbaga parang mainit na rin si Inday kasi sasabihin na ni Inday kahit ano ganon.
Pero ang ano kasi nun, everyone is like concerned about security of Inday. I would have asked Inday as well, how's your security? And I guess Inday would answer it as well. I think if you ask Inday the security, that's the same answer that Inday would say. So I think there's no sense in fighting, in giving ill intention or anything to whatever questions was asked. Kasi tapos na yun even if we reanalyze it, it's already happened. The question was asked, and it's not gonna, hindi rin naman nagalit si VP. Hindi rin naman nagalit si VP sa question.
If there would be any, ang kailangan talaga doon sa investigation, dapat natanong si Maui tungkol doon sa Oplan Romanov or whatever, to put proper context to the question or whatsoever. Kung talagang nag-investigate yung NBI, kung talagang nag-investigate. Hindi naman sila nag-investigate.
Hindi sila nag-investigate. Kasi hindi naman nila pinatawag si Maui uli. Sinabi nila hindi pumunta. Hindi ba dapat? Pag hindi pumunta, hindi mo pinatawag uli. Ba't ngayon hindi mo patawag?
Correct. If it is a kasi yung question ni Maui na yon would basically give clarity whether or not valid yung Oplan Romanov o hindi. Like for example, saan ba narinig ni Maui yun? Ba't ba naging part ng question niya? Then Maui will explain kung saan niya nakuha. 'Di ba? Siya ngayon yung magsasabi. Siya ngayon yung magpapaliwanag kung saan niya nakuha yung kwento na yan, kung saan niya na emerald yung mga ganyang eklat, ganun-ganon. So, kung tingin mo merong threat kay Inday na uubusin ng mga Duterte at ito yung ano exactly yung kasi bakit mo inopen yon? Inopen mo yon kasi narinig mo siya somewhere. So, she should
Yeah.
be asked to explain kung saan niya nakuha yung balita. 'Di ba?
Para maano, kasi hindi nga siya ng NBI eh. Kasi sinabi nila, 'di ba, na hindi naman, wala namang kinalaman yung Operation Romanov sa sinabi ni Inday. Actually, tapos kanina si Matiba, tinatanong siya yung kapag pinatay ako, sinabi niya, hindi, yung kapag pinatay ako parang cover na lang yun. Ha? Just review what Matibag said earlier about dun sa explanation, dun sa phrase na kapag pinatay ako. I think it was his answer to a question by APC.
Oo. Sabi ni Karimin Martin, may utang ata si Maui na 5K kay Joey. Alam mo, Karimin, tatanga-tanga ka. Tatanga-tanga ka, Karimin Martin, 2418. Kanino mo narinig yung balita na yan at naniwala ka namang tanga ka?
May utang ba si Maui sa'yo? May utang ba si Maui sa'yo?
Hindi, may utang daw ako kay Maui, kaya bitter daw ako kay Maui.
Hindi, ang sabi niya, girl, may utang ata si Maui na 5K kay Joey.
Kaya ganyan, medyo bitter siya kay Maui. Ako yung bitter. Alam mo, not true. Either way, it's not true.
Walang utang si Maui kay Joey.
Wala pong bitter.
Hindi kasi alam ko na yung reference ni Carmine. Anong pangalan niya? Alam ko na yung reference ni Carmine. Ang reference ni Carmine is yung issue ni Mama Pebbles. Ni Mama Pebbles kay Titi. Yung 5,000.
Oo. Naginaya ni Maui. So si Maui insist na meron daw ako utang sa kanyang 5K. Pagkatas kayo naman mga tatanga-tanga, mukha ako magkakautang kay Maui. Si Maui nga walang pampaayos ng mukha niya. Diyos ko. Tapos ako pa magkakautang kay Maui. Mag-isip-isip na kayo. Huwag kayong tatanga-tanga.
Hindi may utang na 5K.
Si Maui kasi ini-insist niya may utang akong 5K sa kanya. Talaga ba? Itsura ni Maui, mauutangan ng 5K? Tatangan nyo naman! Kung pupunta kayo dito sa live ko, pagkatapos ganyan yung mga pagsasabi nyo, mumurahin ko talaga kayo. Diyos ko, tangan nyo naman! Bobo nyo naman!
Hindi nangungutang ng 5K si Joey. Siya ay inuutangan ng more than madalas utangan ng more than at hindi na binabayaran. Huwag niyo mababanggit-banggit kay Joey mga utang-utang dahil marami siyang pinautang na isinulat lamang sa tubig.
True. Ayan. Ako yung tatanga-tanga dito. Ako yung inuutangan na hindi binabayaran. Okay?
Pag nalaman niyo lamang ang mga history ng umutang kay Joey, masasabi niyo naman kay Joey, ba't ang tanga mo? Hindi na natin paalala mga nakaraan, baka humapdi na naman ang puso ni Joey sa kanyang pagkatanga sa mga nakaraan.
Wala na, tahimik na nga sila, may iba na silang away. Nakalimutan na nila ako. Meron na silang ibang away. Ayan.
Ito Joey, ang tanong ko sa'yo. Very important tong question ito. Kung ikaw ang presiding officer, will you give the pleasure of the Council of the Defense? Council of the Respondent.
I will pleasure him.
Ay, makakalaban mo din si Juliana. Nandito ba si Juliana? Nanonood ba si Juliana? Pakitin nyo. Kasi kanina ba si Juliana nang nagwawatir-watir kay Atty. Vinduan? Bex, iba ang klaseng pag-watir ni...
Oo.
Alam mo, sobrang gwapo kanina ni Vinduan.
Oo. At saka cool na cool siya. At saka yung talagang, inano niya yung nilagyan niya ng ano 'no, yung inayos na nila yung objection. Kumbaga very clear siya, hindi na siya nakikipagtalo, hindi na siya nakikipag-ano, "O sige objection, mag-o-object ako, objection ko ito, ganyan-ganyan." O pagkatapos pagka sinustain siya, eh, di okey, 'pag hindi siya sinustain, di okey lang din, ganyan-ganyan. Ngayon kapag siya na yung nagko-cross at merong objection and then, sinustain ni Cheese yung objection which is very, very few instances lang naman, yung objection ni Jervil, ano niya, dire-diretso lang siya. Hindi siya nararattle. And that is ano, no, a mark of a very quick-witted lawyer. Something that Jervil cannot reciprocate. Kasi nga kapag ka na-carry yung ano, yung objection ni Attorney Vinluan, pag na-carry yung ano ni Attorney Vinluan, nahihirapang mag-isip si Jervil, hindi niya ma-fix yung objection, gano'n. Eh, kasi yun lang naman talaga yung gagawin dapat ng ano, eh, ng magkabilang panig na counsel. Kung merong objection, na-sustain yung objection, i-fix mo yung tanong mo, 'di ba? I-fix mo yung mga ano mo, i-fix mo yung line of questioning mo. Attorney Vinluan has no problem in doing it, in complying with the ano, no, sustained objection. He has no problem in ano, no, rephrasing his question or whatever. But Jervil can't. Hindi masabayan. And I think yan yung ano eh, yan yung marka ng isang abogadong hindi nag-litigation. 'Di ba? Hindi sila quick-witted.
Si